Here we go. Whew. Let's get the link. Hello to everyone joining already. Let me just get the link. Oh, super tired. Where do I get the link from? Here we go. Put it in here. Yeah. Whew, how's everyone doing? Let me just get this up. There we go. Hello, Ryan. Hello, BV. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing today? Hello, Chris. Hello, hello, hello. Just make sure this is all good. There we go. It should be a bit better, I think. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. How's everyone doing? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Dawn. Let me know what you think of the Christmas setup as well. Obviously, we're going into we're in December now, so we've got the Christmas setup for the Christmas boot camp sections. So I am doing. I've just finished boxing, so I'm really worn out. But if you caught the live earlier, basically we went over the first lesson in the boot camp. Basically just focused on sort of what trading is, risk management and things like this. I thought it was a really, really good section, and I thought it went really well. So we're going to do a lesson from that every single day of December. But then also I'm going to do my normal lives, which are these ones, and this should be hopefully really good. So just going to dive into price action, see what's going on, come up with some nice levels for tomorrow, and yeah. Hello, Nisi. Hello, Jordan. Glenn, Chris, Alan, hello Beth. Tell them she's doing a great job on the decorating. Yeah, so this and then in there's really crazy. I'll do a little video after this. It looks really good though. UCamp was very nice. Learned some stuff, and the Christmas team is off the roof, man. You Santa. Appreciate that. Love the Christmas decks. Appreciate it. And yeah, Craig, first section of the bootcamp went really, really well. There's a few things which I think we can adjust for the next one, but overall it was really, really good. I think it was really, really informative, and yeah, I think it went really, really well. I do want to move this so it's looking a bit further down. There we go. But yeah, went really, really well. Really, really happy with it. Can we catch up at some point? Being super motivated, feel like I need check it. Okay, BV, I'll drop you a message after this, BV. Definitely overdue a check-in, 100%. Good to hear. Yeah, I think really, really high value. And then that first section is very much, just sort of introduction, the very, very basics. A lot of mindset on how to approach the charts, what actually is trading, how you should think about trading as well. So, getting rid of that gambling mentality, forming that edge over time. And I think it's really, really valuable. So, yeah, those lives are going to be very much, super, super informative, just straight value education. And then the normal lives, which are normally going to be vertical, but I've just got to set up like this, are just going to be a bit more chilled, finding some nice levels, having a catch up, so how everyone is. Very overdue, yeah. How was sparring? It was good, Chris. So it wasn't much like sparring, it was mainly like bag work. So got like taken through a full on session, and everyone there was like super, super, super high level. So it was tough, really tough, but really, really, really good. It's great to be around those types of people who were there. And yeah, just really, really tough. And then a lot of those people have got fights throughout December as well. So I was going to have a fight on the 3rd, but unfortunately my opponent broke his leg, which is really unfortunate actually. But there's nothing I can really do about it. But yeah, they're going to be fighting on the 3rd, and then a few others fighting later on in the month as well. So it should be good. Great session, mate. Thanks, Max. I appreciate that, Simon. I appreciate that. And look, the first one, I've never done something like that before, live going through a section of the boot camp. So, we'll get better as it goes on, learn what people like, learn what people don't like, learn what lessons really, really stick, how to convey them lessons, the format, etc. And again, I'll be adjusting the title of those live streams and everything so they really stand out. And timestamping in the description of the certain sections we go over during the live to make it easier for you to jump around. So if you come to that live after the fact, you can just head to the comment section, and jump around with the timestamps in the comment section. So I think it's going to be super high value. So it should be good. That'll be really good, Craig. That'll be really, really good. Hello, Banana. Sounds like you bottled it to me against the big goalie. I don't know about that, BB. I don't know about that. We can go with that, though. I like that narrative. Yeah, Jordan, I want to boost the subscribers. Hello, Brandon. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope everything's going well. I'm really happy you liked that idea that was posted before as well. I think that was a really good idea, which I sent you before. So, yeah, I hope that was really good. And yeah, so let's just jump straight into the charts. I want need some more energy. Whew. Yeah, absolutely fried. But let's get into it. So today we've just had pretty much a ranging day. Not much opportunity today. I didn't feel like. I think everyone agreed there wasn't too much opportunity at the charts. And by the way, let me know if you prefer this format or the vertical format. I'm still trying to figure that out because a lot of people say they prefer the horizontal format, but then the analytics on my side show a higher watch time, and I think watch time's important to judge if it's engaging, and then people will watch longer. And obviously, I want the lives to be engaging, and I want everything like that. Sort of half of the job is making sure you can present a lot of value. But if it's in a really boring format and a format that people don't like, then they're not really going to watch it. And I think the value is really, really important. So I really want to make sure, it's entertaining and then also educational as well. And so, you stay, you watch, and you pick up some things, hopefully. Craig, yeah, that's quite funny. Things you're doing always top notch, mate. I appreciate that, Brandon. And then just as we're coming up to pretty much a year of really launching the group. I mean, this group hasn't been around too long, and the progress we've made so far is just absolutely insane. I mean, we've pushed the boundaries of what a trading group can really be. I really think we have done that. I think we're providing far more value and just far more resources and everything than any other group is providing. And so always want to be pushing that boundary, going into 2026 as well. Always want to be constantly moving forward, constantly coming up with new ways to force that good information into your big, beautiful brains, and just forcing profitability. That is the goal of the group. We just want to, we don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be like, okay, if you do this and you do that, then there's a good chance. I want it to be like, okay, like now that you're in this group, like you're going to do this, then you're going to do this, then you're going to do this, and then we're going to analyze it from there, and then you're going to do this, and then you're going to do this. And then if you're not profitable at that point, okay, we've done something wrong, because you should be like seeing consistency at that point. That's what I want to build. I'm not slowing down either. No chance at all. Not slowing down one bit. Horizontal is back. Okay, I'm glad you like horizontal. I think horizontal's more like it's nice. I do like it. So YouTube is bringing out a feature hopefully soon. I got notified about it today, which is really, really nice. But it's basically, you can watch it, if you've got it in horizontal or vertical. If you put the live in vertical format, it'll go to vertical. If you put the live in horizontal, it'll go to horizontal. So regardless of how you want to watch the live, it makes it nicer, which is I think it's a really good feature, and they should get it out ASAP. This group motivates you to generate your own signals. That's amazing to hear, Jordan. I'm brand new to trading. Banana, what's your thoughts on trading so far, being, you know, brand new? Just the chat. Wait, the chat on the live covers the. I've got it on my phone here, so I can see the chat. I've got it like this. I'm. Okay. I think this looks pretty good. I'm happy. The decorations are pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into the charts then. So again today, we've had quite a bit of a ranging day. There was some opportunity, but it was just very, very difficult to catch. But I'm liking the range. You know, we've got a clear directional bias into the range. You know, we've had a huge bullish move up into this nice range. Whenever we have a bullish impulse move to the upside to form a range, then I'm going to be looking for buys in the value area low. And then once we've taken out like a low to form like bearish market structure, then I'll be open to buys and sells in that range. We have formed this sort of bear flag here, so impulse move to the downside followed by consolidation to the upside. This is just textbook bear flag, but we've always got to keep in mind a huge tip when trading any form of pattern, whether it's a bull flag, a bear flag, a bullish pennant, bearish pennant, whatever it may be, you've got to keep in mind the overall context of the market and the context in which that pattern is forming. Because if we're forming a bear flag when price has clearly had an impulse move to the upside and we're forming bullish market structure, what is bullish market structure? Higher highs and higher lows. And so keeping that in mind, keeping the context of the market in mind, this bear flag just isn't as nice. So that's something really, really important to keep in mind also. Let me just make sure this is all good. Okay, perfect. So let's pull some levels and see what we can come up with. So got a few nice trend lines here. I don't just specifically trade off trend lines, but I feel like trend lines give you a nice market structure to trade from. So let's continue with that. And again, let me know if you've got any questions throughout the live, anything at all. If you're brand new, if you're super advanced, anything, we'll happily dive into it on the live. And also let me know how your day was at the charts, how your day was in general. We've recently launched the new cars and hobbies chat in the Discord as well. I think it's important to, you know, when you're not feeling like trading and you're surrounded by trading, it can really, you know, it can almost just, you just want to get into a position so you can kind of join in with trading with everyone. But having those sections there, which are less trading related, means that, you know, if something doesn't stand out to you, then you can go to those other chats, have a little chinwag with those, talk about whatever you're passionate about. I think that's really, really important. Also, as you know, at the charts, there's not always opportunities which stand out to you or stand out to me, even if there are opportunities which stand out to other people. And staying out the market is just as important as staying in the market when it comes to trading. I'm scared of trading. I feel like it's so overwhelming. You talk about bull flag, bearish flag, higher highs and higher lows, all types of candlestick. Oh my God. How do you remember everything? Banana, it just comes from over time. Like, there's a lot of things that you remember in the world. Like, you remember how to walk, you remember how to drive, you remember how to ride a bike, you remember, you know, probably just basic or advanced maths. You remember loads of things. Your brain can remember loads of things. At whatever job you've got right now, you'll remember how all of those operations work in your specific job, in your specific industry. Your brain can hold on to a lot of information. So although at first it seems overwhelming, it's really, you know, it just takes time. It's just like the analogies coming in, but it's just like when you first start driving. You know, you get in the car and it's like, okay, I've got the indicator here, I got the gear stick here, I've got an accelerator, brake, clutch, I've got a steering wheel, I've got to adjust the demister, I've got to do this. It's like, what the hell? How are people just doing this every single day? Well, what is this? But then once you've driven for a bit, you know, you've got used to it. It's just like a second nature. You just get in the car and drive, and it's just how it is. So it'll come to you over time, but it's not going to come to you instantly, Banana. So let us know if you've got any questions, something which stand out for you. I think it's really important when brand new people do join the live. I always find it very interesting what particular things they struggle with, what's like things like that are highlighted in their mind specifically, I think it gives us a good insight into that mentality, which is really, really good, and no predisposition on what to think. Just joined this evening, waiting for Max to finish his analysis and add me to the Discord. Nice, Lambie. And yeah, we'll. So we've just broke down from this bear flag here. Obviously, you know, very, very, very low volume on that move down. And you can see here, this is just a clear indication that we are ranging on Fu Manchu here. You can see just super tight Fu Manchu. Like money flow is very close to zero. Momentum's very close to zero. Like things are just oscillating very above and below the zero line. Clear indication that we are indeed ranging. So let's move this over here. Our bias is to the upside on the lower / mid time frames. I do think between this high and this trend line up here, there's not much in the way. So I don't really want to be shorting above this high. Let's go down time frames a bit and see what we can find. So I still do like this high here, even though we have invalidated this golden pocket, but we'll remark these up now. It's the fact the last higher high isn't that much higher low than other high, and lows matter at all, if that makes sense, Chris. Is the fact the last higher low isn't that much higher? Chris, it isn't that much higher, but it's still higher. Like, it's still higher. So it's a great observation, Chris, but, you know, I think we've got to keep things, as many things objective as we can. You know, we can't keep everything objective, otherwise we could code it, turn it into a bot and print money forever, but that's just not how trading works. So even though it isn't that much higher, we are still forming a higher high and a higher low. We could have switched that into bearish market structure now with this high, this low, this lower high, and then we could form a lower low here, but we'll have to see what we can come up with. Nigel. Oh yeah, DB. So I saw a few people. Did you put it in the Discord, DB? Because I saw. I can't remember who put it in, but a few people were talking about it. But yeah, so head and shoulders pattern, shoulder, head, shoulder, neckline here. This pattern normally indicates a high that's formed, normally indicating a potential reversal. So we can have that on the charts as well. So that's the neckline there. We could keep this neckline on. I'm not too fussed with this. Okay, this looks all right. Okay. I do like this level here. We've got a value area high plus a golden pocket plus trend line. This is nice. Let's move this here. Let's move this. So we've got golden pocket plus trend plus what was it? Value area high. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. That's lovely. Okay, I'm going to make it red. So when price approaches this level, I'm going to be looking for sells. So red equals looking for sells. Green equals looking for buys. And let me know if you've got any questions regarding that. And then what we can do is the main meat and potatoes is going to be these buy positions that we can potentially find. So we've already reacted off the golden pocket and got a nice move up. Let's see if we can find another golden pocket below this low. Okay, we haven't quite reached this yet. This looks all right. We'll know earlier in the Discord though. Okay, DB, yeah. So a few people were talking about that head and shoulders. So a head and shoulders is very simply a left shoulder, then a head, then a right shoulder. It basically shows the market losing momentum to the upside and a potential reversal. And there's a few different ways you can trade this pattern. So I'll just go over that. I'll go over that now. And again, I don't trade specifically off patterns, but I think not all areas of trading, but as many areas of trading that you can keep in mind. I think it's good to have a broad view. So it's good to know, basic price action and various candlestick patterns. It's good to know various like trading patterns as well. It's good to know all of these different types and areas of trading, so you can form a really, really good bias and a really good knowledge of the charts. So where's the wrong thing? Where's that? Yeah, here we go. So there we go. So this is basically a head and shoulders. So we've got the shoulder here, the head here, and the shoulder here. And there's a couple ways you can trade this pattern. So one of the ways you can trade the pattern is on the breakout of the pattern, breakout of the neckline, so getting in around here. I don't really like breakout trading. Now, with breakout trading, you've really got to factor in volume. So if when price is breaking out from an area, it doesn't have a lot of volume, then chances are the move can be like a fake out move. But there's two ways to look at price. If something's got a lot of volume to the upside, it'll continue to go up, a lot of buying pressure to the upside. But something to keep in mind is there's also the lack of selling pressure. So this move, and this is, a slight bit advanced, but I think this is a good thing to keep in mind. It's a good little bit of knowledge to have. But this move here can break out because there's a lot of buyers, but it can also break to the downside because there's a lack of sellers. A lack of buyers, sorry. So this move can break to the downside because there's a ton of sellers pushing the price down, but it can also break down to the downside because there's a lack of buyers. So there's two different instances there. But the first way you can trade this is with the breakout of the neckline, and then the second way you can trade it is the way in which I would personally look for. I'd look for confluence with the neckline, and I'd look to trade at the retest. So I'd look for us to break down, come up, retest, and then continue further. I like trading levels. I never really breakout trade ever, and I would encourage you to not breakout trade either. Breakout trading is a nasty business. So that's important to look for as well. Craig, that drawing was pretty good. I think I need to use the draw tool, not the draw tool, the actual line tool instead of the drawing, because I try and draw it, and yeah, my drawings are, I don't want to talk about that, that's bad. But let's whip on the ColezTrades indicator. I'm going to move these off and see if we've got anything here. I believe I removed daily levels off this. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so we haven't really got too much down here. The daily open's definitely a level to factor in. I mean, it was going to be previous daily open now. This is going to be a very lower time frame move. It doesn't really line up with anything, unfortunately. But keeping in mind the previous daily open, I think's important. But this is quite nice. There's a few levels which everyone, I think, should have on their chart. They're a really, really good framework. So I'm just going to type in here, golden pocket plus trend. But when you come to the chart, I think a few levels to definitely have on your chart are, one, the daily open. So the price that the day opened at. That's a very important level. Second one is previous daily open. I think that's a very important level. Next one is the highest volume node from the previous day, otherwise known as the naked point of control if it hasn't been touched. That's obviously going to be a very significant level. Those three levels in particular, and then the previous day high, previous day low, these are very objective levels which everyone in the market can see. Everyone in the market is going to be taken into account. So again, previous daily high, previous daily low, previous day highest volume node, and then also, what was the other one which I said? And then daily open and previous daily open. I think those are very important to have on your charts. So these levels here are quite nice. Let's see if we can find anything else. Let's zoom out a bit. I'm gonna remove this now. I like how it lines up with both of these trend lines here as a lot of confluence. I do like this previous high here. I do want something that lines up there. Where's Mo at? Yeah, the Mo guy on the previous live stream that I did. Okay, this is really nice. On the previous live stream I did, we were obviously going over the boot camp, and he just started like promoting like loads of different things. And I said to him, look, I don't want to have to time out or I'll ban anyone. I've literally, he's the first person I've ever like timed out on a live. I don't want to have to do that. If you're asking questions, even if you're asking like very, you know, like you're really trying to get me to slip up and this, that, and the other, I don't mind. Go for it. But with him, he just started like promoting various things, and I said to him like, okay, just stop doing that. I don't want to have to like time anyone out or anything like that. It's just like we're all here to learn and just have a catch up and everything like that. I don't want to do that. And then he just kept on going. So yeah. Golden pocket plus prev high. Ollie. But yeah, let's mark up these this level here as well. Mo is a bad vibe. He does. It doesn't scream profitability to me at all. And yeah, it's just regurgitated information from what other people have said. And something very, very important, you know, in these markets is even profitable traders, very, very, very profitable traders, are wrong a lot of the time. You can be wrong 50, 60% of the time and still make money. So if you think you know something, you know nothing, okay? To act like you know something in these markets is, no. You form a calculated edge over time, and then you leverage that edge to make money over time. You're still wrong a lot, okay? That's fine. And that's what you do. That's what profitability looks like. You leverage a small edge over time. That means you're going to be wrong a lot of the time. And depending on your system and your risk to reward used, you could be wrong 60, 70% of the time. You could be wrong 80, 90% of the time. Hopefully not that much, but and you can still profit over time. Yeah. DVR, yeah, that would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. But yeah, I'm open to various questions and this, that, and the other. And I'll happily answer anything. Marked price. So what do you mean by that, Loco? So we've got these 3 levels here. These 2 are lower time frame levels, which aren't going to be, you know, as strong. But they're still nice levels to look for. And this level here, golden pocket, previous high. This is a very significant high. You know, when we broke through it, we did break through with, you know, a lot of volume to the upside. And then when we did come into it, we did form a very strong reaction from it. So I definitely want to keep this level in mind. And yeah, so I really like these levels, which we have marked up here. We got 1 nice sell and then 2 nice buy positions, which I'll be looking for. And what I'll be looking for when we approach those levels is I'll be looking for divergences in momentum and price. So I'll be looking for price to go one way, and momentum / money flow / VWAP to be going another way. This shows a divergence in price and momentum. So basically they're doing different things. It shows that move isn't concrete. And then if a move isn't concrete and it's going into an area of support or resistance, then we can infer with a high probability that that level is probably going to get a nice reaction. Mark, 100%. I've got quite a few of these now. So whenever I go to train, depending. But most of the time I go to train, like I want to be representing the community. So I get the shirt on and I go for it. I've got shorts already. I got shorts. The shorts are a bit crazy though. The shorts have ColezTrades all over them. I don't know. Boxing shorts though I have on the way, which is really cool. But like I have got normal shorts, but they are really crazy. So yeah, I'm happy to walk around in the, represent the community. And plus, a lot of people, this has actually opened up pretty cool opportunities, you in various places, in various environments, speaking to various people. And if they see, ColezTrades, like, what is that, this, that, and the other, and, you can be speaking, you don't know who you're speaking to, and that can result in, cool partnerships, cool business behind the scenes. So, yeah. Every opportunity to get out there. Like, exactly, Mark. Exactly. So, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, but let me know if you've got any questions on those on these levels, guys. And we're going to keep this live relatively short. Again, we had the really good boot camp live earlier, which was really nice. Really enjoyed it, and I think there was some really top tier value there. If you want to catch up on that, it is recorded on the YouTube. And if you haven't already, I really recommend going and watching the one-to-one I did with Depeche. And the one-to-one I did with Mark. I think those are two solid videos. I'm recording another one-to-one on the trading floor tomorrow with another member who's here in Dubai. So that's going to be really good. I'm doing that at 11 a.m. UK time tomorrow. So that should be really good as well. And this person's a bit more experienced. That member has made, last month they made about $20-something thousand. I think it was just over $20,000. So really nice. We had Depeche who made like 35k in a month. Mark who made he made like 12 and then 4 and then like 6. So that's really nice. And then this individual has made 20 this month and I believe 18 the previous month. Has seen nice growth there as well. So should be really good. Anthony Joshua started putting adverts on the soles of his boots because he keeps getting put on his back. That's good. That's good. That's smart. Hello, Ian. How you doing, mate? Hello, Katie. You won't need it in his next fight. That's gonna be an interesting fight. Let me know your thoughts on that. The Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. I think that's really interesting. We got some good boxing in December, and yeah, so December's already started off very busy, and it's definitely not slowing down. What size account was that on? So Mark was on. So Depeche was on the 360k. Mark, I believe, was on the 180k. And then this member I'm meeting tomorrow is on the 360k. So this is with the private funding service that we have inside the private group. So, a lot of groups, they say, yeah, you can start with £300-500 and then scale up to, making 10, 20, 30, 40,000 pound a month. And it's just unrealistic to do those gains. But we have a private funding service inside the private group. So once you've seen consistency and when you're ready to level up your trading and see those bigger gains, then you can go through them, get funded with up to $1 million. And then obviously, trading on $1 million is going to result in a lot higher gains. And we've had members who have done this, like Mark, like Depeche, like the member I'm meeting tomorrow, like Jay. All of these members who have gone on to make serious amounts of money. I want to see the branded Xmas jumper. That needs to be done. That needs to be done. I agree with that. I feel like AJ has taken a brown envelope. Yeah, we'll see how the outcome is. I mean, what's the weight difference between them? I'm very intrigued. It'll be interesting. If you buy at 4215, would your TP be so 4215? I don't really, who asked that? Slice. So I don't really have a set take profit. I have, I put floors on my trades, so I don't over risk. So I limit losses, but I never limit wins. So I'll take partials as we go up. I don't believe in having a set ceiling on the trade. If I enter the buy here and we go all the way up here, then brilliant, I'll take partials as we go up. And if if that idea is proven correct and I'm in a nice position from all the way down here and now we're all the way up here, I'm going to keep holding in case we break out that. I feel that's the way to go. So I never have like a set take profit. I feel like a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on take profit. You should put emphasis on stop loss. Where your stop loss is placed is obviously important. But you take profit, like I rarely like put a take profit on my trades. Yeah, it's not. It's your take profit isn't that important. I don't personally think. Hello, Maximus. Hello, Pat. Absolute circus. Josh versus Jake Paul. I won't be watching. I mean, look. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be watching it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm very intrigued. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I feel like everyone's got a lot of different opinions on it. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's just a payday for both of them. Yeah. I don't know. Crazy. I'm surprised it was allowed to like take place though. Like in terms of like sanctions and commissions and this, that, and the other. How do you take partials? So, Banana, let's say you open a trade and that trade is 10 lots, okay? On a 10 lot position, if we move in profit, you can take one of those lots off the position. And then let's say we continue to move in that direction. You can take another lot off that position. And then you keep on going in your direction. You take another lot off that position. So it's just basically taking parts of that position. And you can do this very easily on whatever broker or platform you're using to trade on, whether that's MetaTrader 5 or a broker's app or CTrader or whatever it is. You just take partials. Normally when you click into the position, you can click close partially and then you just close parts of the position as it moves in your direction. No problem, Sly. With a smaller lot size, taking partials is so painful, I feel. Yeah. Would you say 60 to 80% is optimal? To take off at your... Ollie, do you mean to take off at your first, like, take profit area, taking, like, 60 to 80% off? Is that what you mean? And then if that is what you mean, then going down that route, it depends on the... Once you've entered that trade, if the idea is like very much correct and you get a really nice bounce from that area, then taking less partials off to begin with, you know, taking maybe 30, 40% off. If the bounce isn't that concrete and it's not looking too good, then maybe take higher partials, maybe take 50, 60% off. That's sort of up to discretion. David Hay went on TV saying he fears for Jake Paul's life. Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, you know, boxing's it's a dangerous sport. Like, things can go wrong. And especially with heavyweights, like, all it takes is one slip up, one accident, one this, one that, and it can be seriously dangerous. So, you know, you do have to factor in the fact that these guys can throw serious punches, especially AJ. And yeah, it can be like life and death situations. It sounds crazy because we think of boxing as like, you know, it's just like, you know, event, this, that, and the other, but it can be really bad. So, you know, I hope both of them walk out the ring after. Jake Paul versus Max Coles. Paul going to sleep. He couldn't handle them lanky levels. I'd be up for it. Yeah, you can do that on MT5. Yeah. Yeah, Banana. Yeah. DV, where did that question come from? Hello, Steph. How you doing, mate? The example you give is 10 lots. My example would be 0.1 lots. Oh, it's the same. Hello, Jay. Man, the myth, the legend. How you doing? How's everything going with you? And by the way, guys, if you're joining us now, I've already got these levels marked up. They're very, very nice levels. These are the levels which I'm going to be looking for throughout tomorrow. And yeah, I'll be remarking up the chart in the morning and putting those charts inside the private group. And if you've got any questions regarding the private group as well, just let me know. I'll happily answer any questions regarding that. Let's go on. Bit of a late one. Yeah, Steph. So earlier on, I did a live stream on the bootcamp. So I went over one lesson in the bootcamp. It's live on YouTube now, the uploaded version. And then I had to go and then I came back and I still wanted to do these lives. So I'm going to be live twice a day. I'm going to be live every single day, Sunday to Thursday, and then live every single day throughout December, covering a lesson of the bootcamp. And yeah, I look forward to you all joining me. It should be extremely valuable. I think if you go through every single lesson of the bootcamp, like, your trading knowledge will increase. Like, you will go into 2026 with a far better trading knowledge and a far better foundation and basis to profit off. It's pretty much guaranteed. So Jordan, this was covered in the bootcamp section, which I did earlier. But I personally, how I do it is I risk a set amount per trade. So let's say you enter in a trade and you've got an account which is, let's say, £1,000, and you want to risk £10 on each trade. Okay, you want to risk 1%. Instead of risking 1% and calculating that, which, as you increase and decrease your account, it can be a bit annoying doing that trade to trade. I find a lot better option is to risk a set pound amount per trade. So on a £1,000 account, that would be risking, let's say, £10 per trade. And then you risk £10 per trade, every trade, for a week or a month. And then after that, let's say at the end of the month, you've risked £10 per trade on every trade. Then you look at your new account balance, you come with 1% of that, and then let's say it's £15. And then from there, you risk that on each trade going forward. Risking a set pound amount is, in my opinion, the best way to manage risk and everything like that. I think it's really solid. Christmas big thing in Dubai? Not really. Not at all. Yeah, there's like one Christmas shop here. So, but I'm walking around Christmas jumper normally, suited and booted. Like, yeah, it's not a big thing. Can't wait for my Christmas gift off Max 30-inch pizza. Yeah, the Christmas live will be good. I'll tell you that. Hello everyone. Hopefully full time this month. Got my last discharge meeting on the 3rd. Let's go. We're all looking forward. We're all cheering for you, Jay. We all want to see that come through. I don't see how they can deny it any longer. And yeah, definitely well deserved. I think a big celebration is in order for Jay. I think a celebratory live Jay on here. I think is definitely needed. He's been through hell to get out of his job and go full time trading. But it's coming through. Ben, I don't know about lap dance. I don't know about that. We'll see. If they say no, Jay, shout me and we'll break you out. Yeah, I think if they say no again, like, yeah, I don't want to say anything on here, but yeah, they can't. I don't see how they can. Like, they're really denying opportunity there. Banana. So Jay is currently in the Navy. So he's a naval engineer. So it's obviously a bit different in the Navy. If it was a normal job, then Jay's already in Dubai. But yeah. Right, I'm going to bed, team. Hopefully, better day tomorrow. I'm going to be doomed tomorrow, waking up for work. Well, hopefully you feel good, Jordan, and hopefully you can just get straight to sleep. Craig. Ben's not going to be happy with that. Ben, what? Max, do you risk a set pound amount MC5 on the PC? Yeah, Jordan, so set pound amount per trade. Yeah, that's why on MC5 you can do it, but that's why I sort of recommend people using the Brokers app, because in there, when you put in your stop loss, you can see the pound amount you are risking. Makes it far easier. Same thing on like CTrader and a lot of Brokers apps nowadays. So yeah. Banana, he figures out, like, last month, he only started trading on the 19th of the month and made over $76,000. So he started trading on the 19th and made, $76,000, which is, absolutely amazing. You don't need to trade every day. I think Jay took 8 trades. Like, the less trades you take, the more profitable you will be. You don't need to take a lot of trades at all. And yeah, an important part of trading, and I messaged this to someone right before the live, is trading is equally about when you are trading as it is about when you're not trading. Jay, something which I said to Jay, and I've said it a few times, something which he's built up, which is, I think, a really, really like a big pillar in his success, is he knows when he is like in the mindset to trade and when he's not. Like, if he comes to the charts and he's not in that mental framework to be at the charts, if things don't look good to him, then he won't trade. That's such an important skill and such a difficult skill to really build up. But it's really important to learn when to trade and when not to trade, when to just walk away. It's very, very important. Banana in this community. Jay's literally go, yeah, 100%. And look, Jay's worked really, really hard, and he's smashing it. $1 million jailbreak. I think, yeah, might need to. We'll see what happens. Check what's up. Yeah, I'm finishing up the. Wait there, let me. Okay, I'll check it after the live, Ben. Let me get back on here. Okay, guys. So I'm going to finish up the live here. We've got the nice levels marked up, and I hope everyone enjoyed the bootcamp earlier. I think I really enjoyed doing the bootcamp. I think it's just straight value all the way through, and I think like we're going to smash that throughout December. I'm really looking forward to it. So. Yeah, hope everyone enjoyed the live. Hope everyone enjoyed the live on the bootcamp earlier. If you do have any questions, then you can click the link in the YouTube description, join the public Telegram, drop me a message, and I'll happily answer any questions. To those that aren't in the community, I don't know what you're waiting for. Get involved. It's the best place to grow as a trader and actually achieve profitability. No smoke and mirrors, just actual trading. And then if you are in the community, let's smash tomorrow. So, yeah. Take care, guys. Have a great night. And yeah, first day of December. Let's keep the momentum going. See you in a bit, Matthew. See you in a bit, Jay, Craig, Katie, Drew, Loco, Ben, Chris, Banana, DB. Take care, guys. Have an amazing night.